Every time you are rejected from something good, you are being redirected to something better. The harder your past was, the more beautiful your future can become. The people who say you can't are usually the ones scared that you will. Some of the best times of your life haven't even happened yet. When you're driving through the darkness, you can only see as far as the headlights shine, but you can make the whole trip that way. The past shows what you've done. The future will show what you've learned. It's not hard, it's just new. Life is like a piano. The white keys represent happiness, the black show sadness, but both are needed to create music. Don't compare yourself to others. There is no comparison between the moon and the sun. They shine when it's their time. Sometimes when you're in a dark place, you think you've been buried, but actually you've been planted. Things work out when you least expect them. Life has a funny way of surprising you when you're not looking. If you weren't capable, the opportunity would not have come your way. The magic you're looking for is in the work you're avoiding. When you wake up, remember what you promised yourself last night. Stop thinking you're doing it all wrong. Your path doesn't look like anyone else's, because it can't. It shouldn't, it won't. Once you realize your value, you'll be surprised at what you used to settle for. Just because things could have been different doesn't mean they would have been better. Comparison is the thief of joy. Focus on your path, not someone else's. Mistakes are proof that you're trying. Most of the things you worry about never even happen. You attract what you are. Want to attract better? Become better. Don't regret the past. At that moment, you did your best. Don't leave someone to teach them a lesson. Leave because you learned yours. Anxiety doesn't come from thinking about the future. It comes from trying to control it. Whether it's a machine, a house, or a relationship, maintenance is always cheaper than repair. Every person in your life is a teacher. Some bring lessons, others teach you what to avoid. You are always one decision away from a totally different life. Life is like an elevator. On your way up, sometimes you have to stop and let people off. Never say maybe when you want to say, no, the ego is not evil. Sometimes we need it to strive, to feel alive. But it is just a tool. Don't let it drive. It's not what you say out loud that shapes your life. It's what you whisper to yourself that has the most power. If you went back in time and erased your mistakes, you would erase yourself. Recognizing that you're not where you want to be is the first step toward changing your life. If people treat you like an option, leave them like a choice. Don't look back. You're not going that way. The hardest part is the beginning. A rocket uses 90% of its fuel during takeoff. Today is the oldest you've ever been, and the youngest you'll ever be again. Your future self is watching you through your memories. Someday, when things are okay, you'll look back and be proud that you didn't give up. If it makes you nervous, you're doing it right. The biggest lie you told yourself is that you're not ready yet. More important than the ability to pick the right one is the strength to walk away from the wrong one. If you look at what you have, you'll always have more. If you focus on what you lack, you'll never have enough. Good decisions come from experience. Experience comes from bad decisions. Be careful who you trust. Salt and sugar look the same. Life's challenges aren't there to paralyze you, they're there to reveal who you are. Stop telling people everything, most don't care. Some hope you fail. Hard times may have held you down, but they won't last forever. You will be increased. The fear you don't confront becomes your limit. The family you create is more important than the one you come from. Close some doors, not out of pride, but because they lead nowhere. If you don't separate yourself from distractions, they will separate you from your goals. Stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it. The bad news, time flies. The good news, you're the pilot. Lower your expectations. High expectations often lead to disappointment. Sometimes you won't know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. Don't wait until the goal is reached to feel proud. Be proud of every step along the way. If you don't let go of the wrong people, you'll never meet the right ones. Not everything should be your problem. Some things are none of your business. Focus on what truly affects you. You'll be happier. Winners have lost more times than losers have even tried. You don't need more time. You need fewer distractions. Life becomes easier when you accept the apology you never got. You only live once. But if you do it right, once is enough. If you need more than one hand to count your best friends, you're probably not being a great best friend. The most powerful part of youth is that you don't yet know what can't be done. Regret will visit you more for the things you didn't do than the things you did. Change is never painful. Only our resistance to it is. Fear is just excitement. That hasn't met your courage. If they don't have what you want, why would you listen to what they say? There's no greater waste of time than justifying yourself to people living lives you don't want. People see your decisions, but not the impossible choices behind them. Some things must end so better things can begin. You will remain the same until the pain of staying becomes greater than the pain of changing. Memories are strange gifts. Sometimes we laugh, remembering the days we cried, and cry, remembering the days we laughed. That's life. Happiness is elusive because we chase it in the future instead of living it in the present. You never know how strong you are until strength is your only option. The unhappiest people are often the ones who care most about what others think. A failure isn't always a mistake. It might just be the best you could do. The real mistake is giving up. Just because you're going through hell now doesn't mean you'll never smile again. Pain is temporary. Don't overshare. Privacy is power. A ball only bounces after it hits rock bottom. Gratitude unspoken is like a gift left ungiven. Trust, but wisely. People want to see you succeed, just not more than them. Let your mind lead, not your feelings. Every bad decision had too much emotion, not enough thought. You'll never regret telling someone you love them unless you wait too long. Let your heart choose the path, but let your mind guide the steps. Use one without the other, and you'll get lost. Just because you hate this chapter doesn't mean you'll hate the book. Life is only understood looking backward, but it must be lived forward. Knowledge is knowing a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is knowing not to put it in a fruit salad. If people took back the pain they gave you, you'd lose the strength it built. Most people stay stuck because their attachments are anchors. Not every day can be good, but every bad day can be faced with a good attitude. Clocks show time. Time reveals people. In the end, all will be okay. If it's not okay, it's not the end. There's only one thing more painful than learning from experience, not learning from it. Adversity introduces you to the truth of who you are, that it will never come again, is what makes life so sweet. Your hardest times often lead to your greatest moments. Everything can be taken from you except one thing: the freedom to choose your attitude in any circumstance. If you can't beat fear, do. It's scared. Being defeated is temporary. Giving up makes it permanent. The pain you feel now can't compare to the joy that's coming. Be so focused on watering your grass, you don't even notice if someone else's looks greener. The more you know yourself, the less anything can shake. You, the version of you that you fear becoming, is the one that will save you. It gets easier every day, but only if you do it every day. That's the hardest part. We want to forget what we most need to remember. You'll be alone during your hardest moments, and those moments will make you wise, fearless, and mature. Respect yourself. People can see if you don't. Pain births clarity. You make your best decisions when you don't want to hurt again. See people for who they are, not who you wish they were. Never jump to conclusions. Let time reveal character. People with the worst pasts often create the best futures. Never overlook contempt. If someone talks to you like you're beneath them, remove them. They will hurt you. If you punish the truth, don't be surprised when you're lied to. Don't depend too much. Even your own shadow leaves you in darkness. Bad habits are like warm beds, easy to get into, hard to escape. In your first 20 years, you worry what people think. In the next 20, you swear you don't care. In the last 20, you realize they were never thinking about you. There will always be someone who doesn't see your worth. Don't let that someone be you. We overthink, overtrust, overshare, overlove. That's our battle. Sometimes what breaks your heart fixes your vision. Your past was not a mistake. If you learned from it, if someone avoids you, never disturb them again. you have three choices. Watch things happen, make things happen, or wonder what the hell happened. You've learned nothing from life if you still think you're always right. Growth is uncomfortable because you've never been here before. People will forget what you said and they'll forget what you did, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. If you have more than three priorities, you don't have any. Worrying only means you suffer twice. Don't cling to a mistake just because you spent a long time making it. Be the person you needed when you were younger. Given the choice between being right and being kind, choose kind. Speak your mind, even if your voice shakes. Luck is just preparation meeting opportunity. Don't drown in regret. Nobody is perfect. Don't chase happiness. Just stay positive and joy will come. Honesty without kindness is brutality. Kindness without honesty is manipulation. Everyone is a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will believe it's stupid its whole life. You train people how to treat you. Whether you mean to or not, never assume malice when the truth might just be ignorance. Fairy tales aren't true because they show us dragons exist. They're true because they show us dragons can be beaten. Things are only impossible until they're not. Getting away with a bad decision doesn't make it a good one. Anger is acid. It destroys the container more than the target. We live longer when we're too busy living. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. Every lie plants problems you'll have to face later. A denied expectation stings more than a denied hope. And a fulfilled hope feels better than a fulfilled expectation. The point of an argument isn't to win, but to understand. Don't compare your life to theirs. They may look better, but they carry silent burdens you'll never hear about. The more people let you down, the easier it gets to rise, because life doesn't stop. Not everyone makes it into your future. Some people were only lessons. Betrayal never comes from your enemies. Owning your truth is hard, but running from it forever is harder. The walls you build to keep pain out also keep healing out. Sometimes you see someone for the last time without knowing it. You won't know the true value of a moment until it becomes memory. To love who you are, you can't hate the experiences that shaped you. Loneliness and being alone are not the same. Overthinking ruins everything. It twists, it warps, it worries. It creates storms that were never there. Trust your instincts. Gut feelings save you, more than logic ever will. If you don't design your life, you'll fall into someone else's, and they've planned very little for you. Forgive people silently, then never speak to them again. That too is self-care. Stop being so available to those who are only present when it's easy for them. The only thing more precious than time is who you spend it on. One day, you'll laugh at how much you let this matter. Focus on you. People come. people go. Healing doesn't mean the damage didn't happen. It means it no longer controls you. If the road is smooth, it probably leads nowhere. If you find someone smarter than you, work with them, not against them. Comfort is a trap. Growth lives in discomfort. This is your road. Others may walk it with you, but no one can walk it for you. Problems are the price you pay for progress. Be patient. Be tough. Someday this pain will be useful. Be like a tree. Let the dead leaves fall. What we fear doing most is often what we most need to do. Don't let the same people disappoint you twice. You can't be lonely if you enjoy the person you're alone with. Your wound wasn't your fault, but your healing is your responsibility. The things you think you own might actually own you. You'll feel guilty for growing away from old friends who stayed the same. That guilt is the receipt for growth. Don't wait on people to do things, or you'll miss out on some of life's best moments. Never give up on what truly matters to you. The person with big dreams is always stronger than the one with all the facts. If they're trying to bring you down, they're already beneath you. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. Your life becomes meaningful in exact proportion to the weight you're willing to carry. As you improve, you may grow disappointed in others. To avoid that, be hard on yourself and soft on them. What lies behind us, what lies ahead, are small compared to what lies within. Nothing blocks happiness like the memory of what happiness once felt like. When you come out of the storm, you won't be the same person who walked in, and that's the gift. Because some of the best days of your life haven't even happened yet. At any given moment, you have two options. Step forward into growth, or step back into safety. The trouble is, if you risk nothing, you risk everything. You can't turn back the clock, but you can wind it up again. We find our limits by pushing them. The past is out of reach, but the future is still yours to shape. If you hate starting over, stop quitting. Whatever the mind can think and perceive, it can achieve. Not all storms disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path. Adversity draws out talents that prosperity lets sleep. If you want to double your success, first double your failures. We are nothing but the result of everything we've thought. You can't live your life for other people. You have to do what's right for you, even if it hurts those you love. Time you kill does not die without vengeance. Of all the sad words ever spoken, none ache more than it might have been. Sometimes the place you're used to is not where you belong. Letting go is realizing some people are part of your history, but not part of your destiny. We aim above the mark to hit it. Sometimes not getting what you want is the best thing that could happen. Don't expose your next move, just take it. A fish with a closed mouth never gets caught. the world is round. What feels like the end may also be the beginning. You are stronger and more resourceful than you've ever allowed yourself to believe. Don't go broke, trying to impress people who are broke themselves. Only those who risk going too far find out how far they can really go. The only place where your dream becomes impossible is in your own thinking. The fastest way to succeed: start now. Figure it out as you go. You can't learn to drive in a parked car. Planning is just pulling the future into the present so you can do something about it now. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Be careful how you talk to yourself. You're always listening. Just because your path is different doesn't mean you're lost. Not everything in your head needs to escape your mouth. It's hard to make the right choice when you're afraid of being wrong. Courage isn't the absence of fear when it's refusing to be ruled by it. You can choose the game, but not its rules. You can't wish the world into your comfort zone. You grow up the day you laugh at yourself for the first time. We are constantly handed great opportunities. They just wear the mask of impossibility. Sometimes good things fall apart so better. Things can come together. The future is always beginning right now. If you want happiness, set a goal that commands your thoughts, liberates your energy, and inspires your hope. They always say, time changes things. But change is something you do, not something you wait for. Stress is temporary, but the lessons you learn from it can last forever. Walk your path. It exists only through your walking. The art of living isn't about eliminating trouble. It's about learning to grow through it. Life doesn't get easier. We get stronger. You can commit no mistakes and still lose. That's not failure. That's just life. Loneliness isn't the absence of people, it's the absence of connection. Seek meaningful interaction, not just company. Reading and planning are useful, but action is worth 10 times more. Experience is the teacher that never lies. You won't remember the days you stayed home doing nothing. Letting go is easier than you think. Holding on is far harder. Obstacles aren't roadblocks. They're road signs. The energy we waste on complaints could power a revolution. When you take responsibility, you stop being a victim. The most authentic thing about us is not our achievements, but our ability to overcome, to endure, to transform. Life is a current. Let it flow. Stop resisting. That's how tomorrow hurts you. Let reality be. Let things flow in whatever direction they need to go. Just because you slipped on a step doesn't mean you throw yourself down the whole staircase. The world won't always reward you for being good, but be good anyway. The mountain in front of you isn't punishment. It's proof of what you can climb. Don't judge your younger self with today's wisdom. You don't notice your growth because you're always raising the bar. Before you grow old, attend as many funerals as you can bear. You'll notice, no one talks about achievements. They remember who you were while achieving. Everyone envies what you have. No one envies what it cost you. Not everything that's hard to get is worth having. If your goals are ridiculous and you fail, you'll still fail above everyone else's success. To lead the orchestra, you have to turn your back on the crowd. Life isn't something you wait to begin. It's what you're living right now. You've learned nothing from life if you still think you're always right. Possess? It's not something you're given, it's something you take part in. Sometimes the hardest things to hear are the ones you need the most. Direction matters more than speed. On the far side of a storm is the strength you earned by making it through. Raise your sail. Begin. Go as far as you can see. When you get there, you'll see even further. Though the world is full of suffering, it is also full of the courage that overcomes it. The future. That's when you'll regret everything you didn't do today. The world steps aside for the one who knows where they're going. We don't see things as they are. We see them as we are. It's not the weight that breaks you, it's how you carry it. Don't compare yourself to anyone. No one can play your part better than you. We must embrace pain and burn it as fuel for the journey ahead. The days are long, but the years are short. If you keep asking whether it's worth it, maybe it isn't. Step out of the history holding you back. Step into the new story you're ready to create. Everything you want lives on the other side of fear. Within you is everything you need to face whatever may come. Be mindful of the stories you tell yourself about now. A mind full of fear has no room for faith. If nothing were wrong with the world, there'd be nothing left for us to fix. It is not the mountain we conquer, but ourselves. You'll never change your life until you change something you do. Every day there is hope, even when your mind says there isn't. Sometimes just carrying on is a superhuman act. Your goals are your compass. Let them guide you through life's storms. Let go of the life you planned so you can embrace the life waiting for you. If you don't like the road you're on, start paving a new one. Adversity isn't a detour, it is the path. Never limit your life based on your past. Life will test you right before it blesses you. Being heard doesn't mean you should go silent. Toxic environments will change you before you change them. No effort towards something beautiful is ever wasted. Forever is made of now. A stretched mind never returns to its original shape. Sometimes you must lose everything to find yourself. Courage lives in unlikely places. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. One of the greatest things you'll ever accomplish is being fully yourself. If you fuel your journey with the opinions of others, you'll run out of gas. Change is scary, because pain you know is easier than peace you don't. You are not a product of your past. You are a product of your choices. If you wait until you're ready, you'll be waiting forever. Time is what we want most and use the worst. Take the attitude of a student. Ask questions. Learn always. Old ways won't open new doors. Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Hope and confidence, they're how anything worthwhile begins. Reputation is what others know about you. Honor is what you know about yourself. You can clutch the past so tightly that you leave no room for the present. Success comes to those too busy to chase it. Real change happens one small step at a time. Human resilience is like bamboo, stronger and more flexible than it looks. Where there's ruin, there's a chance for treasure. Your dreams should scare you. If they don't, they're too small. Growth is painful, change is painful, but nothing is as painful as staying stuck where you don't belong. You are in charge of your happiness. Stop waiting for permission. The past? It's just a story we keep, telling ourselves your darkest hour may be the best thing that ever happened to you. Our fiercest battles are with our own minds. Experience isn't what happens to you. It's what you do with what happens. Ask for advice, but choose wisely who you ask. Worry is a rocking chair. It keeps you moving, but gets you nowhere. You can't change people, but you can be the reason they change. Improve yourself so completely that you forget to criticize others. Even if you're on the right track, you'll still get run over if you just sit there. Don't let your sense of morals stop you from doing what's truly right. A gem cannot be polished without friction. A person cannot be perfected without trials. Don't watch the clock. Do what it does. Keep going. A miracle isn't winning the lottery. A miracle is believing in yourself when you have every reason not to. Before, we didn't, but now we must. Our lives are shaped by opportunities, even the ones we miss. You can do anything if you stay with it long enough. Solving a problem without addressing its root is like walking in circles and calling it progress. Look in the mirror. That's your only competition. Any change, even for the better, brings discomfort. But it's the possibility of a dream that makes life interesting. Count your blessings, not your problems. Prosperity brings fear. Adversity brings hope. It is better to fail in your own voice than succeed in someone else's echo. If you dare nothing, you gain nothing. You may need to fight the same battle more than once to win it. The trick is to enjoy life, not wish it. Away waiting for better days. Every luxury has a price, and just being here is the first. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. You may delay, but time will not. Now is no time to think about what you lack. Think of what you can do with what you have. In our dreams and ambitions, we discover new chances. Expect little of others. Expect much of yourself. That is the secret to joy. The road to success has many tempting exits. What makes you unique is what makes you magnetic. Forgive yourself for failing. Learn, then move forward. Absorb what is useful. Discard what is not. Add what is your own. Just when the caterpillar thought it was the end, he became the butterfly. It's the little things that shape everything else. We build too many walls and not enough bridges. Often, any decision is better than none. We may face defeat, but we must not become defeated. Leap at opportunity as fast as you leap to conclusions. Resilience is knowing you are the one responsible for rising again. True wisdom is head and heart working together. Start with what's necessary, then do what's possible. And suddenly, you're doing the impossible. Accept finite disappointment. Never lose infinite hope. Never take advice from someone who won't live with the outcome. The beginning of every achievement is desire. If something is wrong, fix it now. But don't worry. Worry fixes nothing. Challenges are gifts that shift your center. Don't resist them. Adjust and rise. To achieve greatness, don't just act. Dream. Believe. Climb the mountain not so the world can see you, but so you can see it. We create fears when we sit still. We conquer them through action. Act as if it were impossible to fail. If you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. When you aim to become better, everything around you grows too. In the end, we regret the chances we didn't take, the relationships we feared, the decisions we delayed. Sorrow looks back. Worry looks around. Faith looks up. Failure is the seasoning that gives success its flavor. The world's most important feats were done by people who didn't quit when hope disappeared. If you can do what you do best and be happy, you are ahead of most. To avoid criticism, say nothing, do nothing, be nothing. But the secret of change is not in fighting the old, but in building the new. Think too long, and you'll never move. If everything feels in control, you're not moving fast enough. Every failure teaches something. If you're unwilling to fail, you're not ready to succeed. If you only do what you can do, you'll never become more. A sword is only formed through fire. The day you plant the seed is not the day you taste the fruit. Pain tells you you've been hurt, but more importantly, it tells you you're still alive. Be someone who was born in the struggle, not someone who dies in it. You fall when you stop pedaling. Stay calm. You've made it through before. You will, again, want the wrong answer. Ask everyone, but when you find purpose, every second becomes sacred. When a defining moment comes, you can define it, or let it define you. Never give up on a dream just because of time. the time will pass anyway. Character is what you show on the third and fourth tries. You may be the last person left who believes in you. That's enough. Stand up to your obstacles, and they shrink. They were never as strong as you imagined. It's supposed to be hard. If it were easy, everyone would do it. You've learned nothing from life if you still think you're always right. It's the hard that makes it great. If you only walk on sunny days, you'll never reach your true destination. There are 3 ways to learn wisdom. First, by reflection, which is noblest. Second, by imitation, which is easiest. And third, by experience, which is the bitterest. People either inspire you or drain you. Choose wisely. Fear is temporary. Regret is forever. One day, those who didn't believe in you will tell others how they met you. Allow yourself to be a beginner. No one starts off being excellent. Some people are investments, others are bills. Know the difference. Don't get burned by the same flame twice. Worrying about losing is losing before the game begins. Excuses make today easier, but tomorrow harder. Discipline makes today hard, but tomorrow easier. Your struggle is part of your story. Sometimes being alone is exactly what your soul needs. Without rain, nothing grows. Embrace the storm, have patience. All things are difficult before they become easy. Life is a book. One bad chapter is not the whole story. You pass through life once, there is no encore. 2 things define you: your patience when you have nothing, and your attitude when you have everything. Before you act, decide. Before you decide, think. Before you think, focus. One day, you'll thank yourself for not giving up. The strongest people don't show their strength. They fight silent battles no one sees. Your failure doesn't define you. Your persistence does. Have the courage to start and the heart to finish. The best way to predict the future is to create it. The answer is always no until you ask. Don't keep pounding on a wall hoping it'll turn into a door. Every adversity, every failure carries the seed of equal or greater growth. Forgive your old self. You've changed. Sometimes the difficulty you face isn't punishment, it's confirmation that you're on the right path. If your circle doesn't inspire you, you don't have a circle, you have a cage. Most people spend more energy avoiding problems than solving them. Trust is earned, not owed. Don't follow the path, make one. You can't change the wind, but you can adjust your sails. You're never too old to cut toxic people out of your life. Life gives you many chances to mess up, but just as many to get it right. People treating you poorly says more about them than about you. Bad times wake you up to good things you weren't seeing. Once a problem is solved, its simplicity is obvious. Every second you spend comparing yourself is a second wasted on someone else's life. You don't like everyone. Don't expect everyone to like you. You can make all the right choices and still watch them crumble. Pick up the pieces, move forward. You stop explaining yourself when you realize people only understand from their level. Never take for granted time with those you love. It can disappear any day. Don't chase perfection. It doesn't exist. You are not in control. You can't pour from an empty cup. Take care of yourself first. No matter how good you are, you'll always be the villain in someone's story. If you define the problem clearly, you already hold half the solution. Don't take criticism from someone you wouldn't take advice from. Say no more than you want remembered. Do no less than you wish you'd done. Don't do anything you'd lie about later. Whatever's hurting you now won't hurt forever. Things change. And this too will pass. Don't fear starting over. You're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. When you see things from a new perspective, you finally recognize what you should have seen all along. In this life, you owe no proof to anyone but yourself. Wanting is not enough. You must hunger. Your motivation must overpower the obstacles. Life is an experiment, one you must live. Explore more. Expect less. Life moves fast. If you don't stop and look around, you might miss it. You will never please everyone. So stop trying. Never fall in love with the same person twice. The second time, you fall in love with the memories, not the person. Be selfish with your time. A lot of people don't deserve it. Never take anything personally. What others say is a reflection of them, not of you. Their judgment is a projection of their own reality. If it can be fixed, why complain? If it can't, why still complain? Everything outside of this moment is imagination. What's the point of being grown up if you can't act a little childish every now and then? At first, you choose a partner based on appearance. Later, you realize your children will be raised not by beauty, but by values. The average of 5 is real. If you want to know someone, look at the 5 people they spend most of their time with. Embarrassment is the cost of entry. If you're not willing to look like the foolish beginner, you'll never become the graceful master. No one has all the answers. You will spend a long time figuring things out. A lesson never goes away until it teaches what it came to teach. Think before you act. You can undo a lifetime of kindness with a moment of misjudgment. Regret won't change the past, but it will wreck your future if you let it stay too long. Sometimes you just have to let stupid people be stupid. You must let pain visit. Let it teach you. But do not let it overstay. Your life becomes peaceful when anger fades and turns into sympathy for those who hurt you. There are far better things ahead than anything we leave behind. There is meaning in every journey, even if it's unknown to the traveler. What you get by achieving your goals isn't as important as who you become by achieving them. The first step is deciding you're not going to stay where you are. You don't need to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. Action may not always bring happiness, but without action, happiness doesn't come at all. How much you learn from failure determines how far you can go. The things you do for yourself disappear when you're gone. The things you do for others become your legacy. Only those who dare to fail greatly can ever achieve greatly. Adversity is a strong wind. It strips away everything that isn't truly part of you and shows you who you really are. The past is in your head. The future is in your hands. Most people fail just before they would have succeeded because they gave up. You've survived 100% of your worst days. If you wouldn't take advice from someone, don't take their criticism either. You won't know what's right until you've lived through what's wrong. The highest reward isn't what you get, it's who you become. The bigger the ambition, the slower you need to go. Better to admit you walk through the wrong door than spend a lifetime in the wrong room. Some people aren't on your path to evolve you. They're there to remind you what happens if you don't. You focus too much on the bigger picture, but forget the forest is made of trees. We love ourselves more than anyone else, yet still care more about their opinions than our own. The chains that hold you back are usually ones you've built yourself. You already know what you need to do. You're just pretending you don't. Once you stop pretending, everything starts falling into place. Be proud of your scars. Even heroes have them. You get what you focus on. So focus on what you truly want. You can't cross the ocean without losing sight of the shore. Doubt means you're getting close to something real. Everyone wants to skip the struggle, but that's where character is built. If you look for the light, you will find it. If you look for the dark, that's all you'll see. Trees don't hang around with grass, even if they started in the same dirt. Failure is luck. You haven't yet understood. Your value is not decided by someone else's inability to see your worth. The greatest mistake is aiming too low and hitting the target. When one door closes, another opens. But most people stare too long at the closed one to notice the open one. What would you do if you weren't afraid everything is going to be all right? Maybe not today, but eventually. When you start doubting how far you can go, remember how far you've come. Remember all the things you've already survived. Trust yourself. You've made it through storms before. You'll survive what's coming next. Never give up. You don't know how close you are. Don't be scared just because you don't have all the answers. The truth is, you were never supposed to. You'll learn by doing. You'll grow by falling, and you'll find your own way to happiness. You've learned nothing from life if you still think you're always right.